Good morning, my dear friends. In this session, we are discussing introduction to the entomology and classification of insects and total 29 orders under class Insecta. So, entomology, it is a Greek word. Entomon mean insect, logos means study. That is, scientific study of the insect is known as entomology. The term insect come from the Latin word that is insectum, that is divided into section and section. Cut into the sections are divided body. Therefore, the term insect come from the Latin word that is insectum, which mean cut into the sections, that is head section, thorax section, and abdomen sections like that. See here the definition of the insects. Any organism in which body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen possesses two pairs of wings and three pairs of legs. Such organism is known as insect. Then what is pest? Any organism which cause damage to the man or his interest is the pest, or any organism which is noxious, destructive, or troublesome to man or his interest is the pest. Insects, rats, mites, weeds, these all are example for the pest. On this earth, man originated just about a million years ago, but the insects are originated or the insects came into the existence 350 to 500 million years ago on this earth. The arthropods are originated during Cambrian period of Paleozoic era, whereas insects are originated during Devonian period of same Paleozoic era. The earliest known fossil insect is Raniella precursor, a columbolan insect from the Devonian period. Insects belong to the kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta. Insects constitute the largest class of the whole living organism, and about 72% of living animals are the insects only, with 9 to 15 lakh known species. So, according to ADMs, that is, according to traditional classification, total number of insect orders are 29. This classification is based on morphological feature. It is not based on DNA based study. It is not based on molecular data. So according to ADMs, there are totally 29 orders are there. There is class Insecta, which is divided into two subclasses, that is Aterygota and Pterygota. Aterygota means this insect do not have wings. Pterygota subclass 2, the insect under this subclass have wings. This subclass again divided into division 1 and division 2, that is one Exopterygota and division 2 is Endopterygota. In Exopterygota insects, in nymphal stage the wing bird develops outside. That's why they are comes under Exopterygota division. But in case of Endopterygota, in larval stage, the wing bud develop inside of the larvae. That's why they are coming under division Endopterygota. What is the need for classification of insects? Insects are the most abundant and diverse organism on the earth. To understand their vast diversity, to provide accurate identification and naming to the insects, to study evolutionary relationship, that is how insects are related with each other, and for consistent communication among scientists, to predict traits and behavior of insects, and for pest management and applied entomology, there is a need for classification of insects. Now I am giving all the 29 orders along with their example. So subclass 1, Aterigota, these are the primitive wingless insect. Primitive insects mean they evolved very early and they do not that much changed from their ancestor. Mean they look like ancestor only. These primitive insects appear early in the evolutionary history. They retains many ancestral traits like simple body form and no metamorphosis. See subclass 1 Epterigota, primitive insects, wingless insect. There is no metamorphosis in this insect. No metamorphosis mean here there is no change in the form of the insects. For Aterigota, the code is TDPC. T means Thysanura, example is silverfish and firebrat. D mean Diplura, example Campodia and Japhix. P mean Procura, example is Asiroentomon and Ace-entomon. C mean Columbola order, example is springtail snowflakes. Next subclass 2, that is Pterigota. In this subclass, insects are with wings or they evolved from the winged ancestor. This subclass is again divided into two divisions. Division 1, that is Exopterygota, and Division 2 is Endopterygota. Under Division 1 Exopterygota, there are totally 16 orders are there. Under Endopterygota, 9 orders are there. In Exopterygota, wings develop externally during the nymphal stage, but in case of Endopterygota, wings develop internally during their larval stage. See here all the 16 order code here OE, PG, GP, MS spade, odd ith. OE, PG, GP, MS spade, odd ith. So O mean Odonata, example is dragonfly, damselflies. E mean Ephemeroptera, example is mayfly. P mean Plecoptera, example is stonefly. G mean Grillo-Blachodia, example is ice crawler and rock crawlers. Z mean Zoroptera, example is angel insects and Zoropterans. P mean Socoptera, example booklice and barklice. M mean Malophaga, example biting lice and bird lice. S mean Siphonculata, example sucking lice or head louse. P mean Phasmida, example is stick insect and leaf insects. E mean Embioptera, example is a web spinner or embeds. G mean Germoptera, example is airwig. O mean Arthroptera, example grasshopper, locust, cricket and mole cricket. D mean Dictyoptera, example cockroach, mantids. I mean Isoptera, example is termite. T T mean Thysanoptera, example is thrips. H mean Hemiptera, example is bugs and various sucking insects such as leafhopper, brown planthopper, mealybug, white flies, aphids, etc. So, among all this order, there is hemimetamorphosis will take place. Next, division 2 Endopterygota. Totally 9 orders are there. That is LHCD, SMS ton. LHCD, SMS ton. L mean Lepidoptera. Example is butterfly and moths. H mean Hymenoptera, example bees, wasps, ants. C mean Coleoptera, example beetles and weevils. D mean Diptera, example is houseflies, mosquitoes, midges, syrphid flies, etc. S mean Siphonoptera, example is fleas. M mean Macroptera, example is scorpion fly. S mean Strepsiptera, example is Stylopids. T mean Trichoptera, example is caddisflies. N mean Neuroptera, example is lacewings, antlions, and doves, dobson flies. In Endopterygota, wings develop internally during their larval stage. In Exopterygota, wings develop externally during their nymphal stage. In coming slide, we will see each order with their meanings and examples along with the images. 8 Terracotta orders are 4, that is TDPC. T mean Thysanura. Thysan mean fringe. Ura mean tail. Fringe-tailed insects. Example is silverfish and firebirds. The insect in this order have three long, see one, two, three long bristle-like appendages at the end of the abdomen. See here, three long bristle-like appendages at the end of the abdomen. All these appendages are fringed with the fine bristles or setae or hair-like structure, giving a feathery or fringed appearance. Therefore, they got the name Thysanura. These are the primitive and wingless insects. They have not undergone metamorphosis. They are considered as the living fossil because they are existed since the Devonian period. So common example for the Thysanura is the silverfish and firebird. They hide in dark, damp places, feed on starchy substances such as books, papers, cloths, and can survive long periods without food. Next order is Diplura, two-tailed insects. See here, one tail, two tail. Dipluran have two prominent caudal appendages at the end of their abdomen, hence the name Diplura or two-tailed insects. They are aterous, that is wingless, eyeless, ametabolous insects, indicating they are also primitive in their origin. They live in soil, leaf litter, or under stone, contributing to the decomposition. Example for this order is the Cambodia and Japanese. Order Procura, proto mean first, they originated first. Ura mean tail, they also possess tails. First mean they are among the first insect in the evolutionary history. Tail mean they have a tail-like structure at their end of the abdomen. That's why the name Procura first originated tail containing insects. These are also primitive insects. They do not possess eyes and antennae. Here example is Acentamon and Aceron entomon. Acentamon and Aceron entomon. They live in moist leaf litter, soil, and feed on decaying organic matter and microscopic organisms. Next order is the Columbola. Colo mean glue, embolon mean peg. They possess glue peg, that is attaching peg-like structure. Columbolan have a unique structure known as colophore or glue peg on the ventral side of their abdomen, used for the attachment to the surface and possibly for moisture regulation. They absorb moisture by using this colophore. They also consisting of furcula. This furcula help in jumping this insect into the air. That's why the example is the springtail and snowflea. They found in the leaf litter, soil and decaying organic matter where they feed on fungi, algae and plant debris. Next, Pterygota order, that is division 1, Exopterygota orders. 16 orders are there: OE, PG, GP, MS, Spade, Audit. O mean Odonata. These are the tooth insects. Odonto mean tooth. Odonata, toothed insects, referring to their mandibles. Their mandibles are toothed. In Odonata, the mandibles are paired such structure and these are provided with tooth-like projection. That's why the name of the order is the Odonata. Example is the dragonfly and damselflies. This is the nymph of Odonata. This nymphal stage, the mandibles are highly adapted in this nymphal stage and these are used for catching aquatic prey such as small fishes and other aquatic organisms. These adults are fast-flying insects and play a crucial role in controlling mosquito population, as both nymph and adults are insectivorous insects. Next order is the Ephemeroptera. Ephemera means short-lived, ptera means winged adult. Short-lived winged adult. This adult live for very short period, for few hours to a day. That's why the order name is Ephemeroptera. The adult stage is dedicated solely to reproduction and their short life expectancy gives rise to the name Ephemeroptera. In Ephemeroptera, we can see a unique stage known as subimago, which is the intermediate stage between nymph and adult stage. This subimago is the winged form which molt again into the imago or adult later. Example is the mayfly. Plecoptera, folded winged insects. Pleco means folded, ptera means winged. Folded winged insects. In Plecoptera, the hind wings are broad fan-shaped, and when at rest, they are folded flat over the abdomen below the forewings. This folding pattern gives rise to the name Plecoptera. This is mostly found near clean, fast-flowing freshwater streams and rivers. Adults are the weak flyers usually found near water bodies. Nymph are aquatic, herbivorous or detrivorous, and these are sensitive to pollution. So we can use this insect as a bioindicator of water quality. If the insects are there in this in the water, then we can say that water is not polluted. If insects mean Plecoptera is not there in the water, then we can say that is a polluted water body. Example is the stonefly, habit of living under stones or rocks. Next order is the Grylloblachodia. Grillus mean cricket, blatta mean cockroach. Cricket and cockroach-like insects. So here, cricket cockroach combo meaning they show the feature of both cricket and cockroaches. For example, long antenna, that is the character of cricket, a winglessness, flattened body, and scavenging habitat like cockroach features. Hence the name Grylloblachodia logically reflect their mixed feature. So example is the ice crawlers and rock crawlers. They found in cold mountain areas, strictly nocturnal and active below freezing temperature. Dies if they are exposed to temperature above 10 degrees Celsius. Feed on dead insects, algae, fungi and decaying organic matter. Next order is the Joroptera, pure wingless insects. Gyroptera meaning purely wingless insect because the first discovered and most common forms were wingless. Later, winged forms were also found, usually dispersal forms, but they shed wings after mating, just like termites, thus often seen wingless. So, example for Gyropteran is the angel insects or Gyropteran. Gyropterans are called angel insect because their wings are delicate, transparent, and resemble the wings of angel in art. Next order is the Socoptera. Soco means to rub, Ptera means wing. Socoptera come from the Greek word soco and ptera, referring to the way they rub their wings or bodies together for producing sound. Socoptera commonly found in environment where mold and fungi are present, making them significant detritivores in ecosystem. Example is the book lice and bark lice. Known to book lice, known to infesting book collection and stored food. Bark lice feed on lichens, algae, and decaying plant materials. Next order is the Malophaga, wool-eating insect. So these are present in the birds. Example is the bird lice and biting lice. Bird lice are adapted to feed on the feathers and skin debris of the birds, as well as occasionally preying on mites and small insects living on the birds. So symptom of infestation of bird lice can be cause feather loss, skin irritation, and coughing in birds. So Malophaga example is the bird lice and biting lice. Order Siphonculata. Siphon means tube-like structure. They possess sucking mouth parts. These lice are called sucking lice because their mouth parts are adapted for piercing the skin and sucking the blood. Sucking the blood. Unlike chewing lice, that is Malophaga, which feed on organic material like skin flakes and fur, they feed on skin flakes and fur, but they do not suck the blood. But Siphonculata suck the blood. Example: human head louse, pubic louse, hog louse, long-nosed cattle louse. All these are example under order Siphonculata. Next order is the Phasmida. Phasmida come from the Greek word phasma mean apparition or phantom. Phasmida, these are ghost-like or apparition-like insects. Due to their excellent camouflage, resembling twigs, sticks or leaves, they appear nearly invisible like ghosts in their natural surroundings. So example for phasmida is the leaf insect and stick insects. Interesting fact about phasmida is the some species can regenerate lost leg during the molting. They are among the masters of camouflage in the insect world. Camouflage means they confuse the predator or any other organisms by mimicking the leaves and sticks of the plant. Embryoptera, embryo mean lively, ptera mean wings, lively winged insects because due to their active and flexible wing in male insects. So in Embryoptera, only males are winged, females are wingless. They are also known as web spinner because they spin silk from their front legs. Unlike most insects, which spin silk from their mouth or abdomen. Example for Embryoptera is embids or web spinners. Next order is the Dermoptera, skin winged, skin like winged insects. Here, Dermoptera, due to their skin like forewings which covers the hand wings. Cerci, this is a sensory structure distinct to forceps like pincers at the abdominal tip. And these cerci are the key identification feature in this Dermoptera. We can identify male airwig by seeing their curved cerci. If they possess straight cerci, then we can say that is the female airwig. These cerci are not stinger, they are just used for grasping, defense, or courtship purpose. So, airwig is the example for Dermoptera. Next order is the Orthoptera, that is straight winged insects. Called Orthoptera due to their straight, hardened forewings that cover and protect the delicate hind wings. Example is grasshopper, locust, cricket, and mole cricket. Next order is the Dictyoptera. Next order is the Dictyoptera. So now Dictyoptera, we are considering it as superorder. Dictyo mean net-like winged insects. What is Dictyoptera now? Dictyoptera is not an order now, it is the superorder. It includes two suborder, that is Blachodia. Under Blachodia, two suborders are there, that is we will see in the coming slides for cockroach and termites. Suborder 1 Blattaria and suborder 2 is the Isoptera. So it is considering as the Dictyoptera now. It includes Blachodia, that is cockroach and termites, and Mantridia, that is praying mantids. See here order Blachodia. Blatta mean cockroach. Cockroach-like insects include cockroaches and termites. This order has two suborders, that is Blattaria, cockroach, suborder 2 Isoptera, that is termites. Termites were once a separate order, that is Isoptera, but based on molecular studies, they are showing close relationship with the cockroaches. That's why they are grouped under order Blachodia. Next order is the Manchodia. Mantis mean prophet or soother sayer. So Manchodia is the prophet-like insects named for their prayer-like posture. See their hand, they are giving prayer-like postures. That's why this is the another order Manchodia. Example is the mantid. Next order is the Isoptera. Now it is merged under Blachodia order but still widely referred as separate order. Iso mean equal, ptera mean wings. So in Isoptera, all the wings are equal. That is, forewings and hind wings are equal in their size and shape. That's why the order name is the Isoptera. Next order is the Thysonoptera. Thyson means fringed, ptera means wings. Fringed winged insects refers to their narrow wings. These are the narrow wings which are fringed with the long hairs. Next order is the Hemiptera, that is half of the wing is here half of the wing is leathery and remaining half of the wing is membranous. That's why the order name is the Hemiptera. This order is again divided into two suborders, that is Heteroptera and Homoptera. Heteroptera means they possess a different wings, that is half of the portion of the wing is membranous and remaining half of the portion of the wing is leathery. But in case of Homoptera, the entire wing is uniform, either membranous or leathery. Example under Heteroptera is the bedbug, red cotton bug, green stink bug, giant water bugs, and bean bugs, etc. Under Homoptera, example is the aphids, whiteflies, green leaf hopper, sugarcane plant hopper, cicadas, rice, brown plant hopper, etc. So, next division of Pterygota insect is the Endopterygota orders. So under Endopterygota, totally 9 orders are there. That is LHCD, SMS, King. L mean Lepidoptera. Lepido means scales, ptera mean wings. Scaly winged insects. So over these wings, these are the scale-like structures are there. Refers to the minute scale covering the wings and body of the insects, giving them the brilliant color and pattern. The scales overlap like roof tiles and can be rubbed off very easily. The scales also help in thermoregulation, that is temperature management, camouflage, that is confusing the other predators, and mating displays. Example for Lepidoptera is the butterflies and moths. Next order is the Hymenoptera, membranous winged insects. Refers to their clear membranous wings, especially the forewings and hind wings, which are in this insect, forewings and hindwings are membranous. They are clear and transparent, which are linked by the tiny hook-like structure, that is the wing coupling apparatus, that is humuli, and allowing them to function as a single page during the flight. Example for Hymenoptera is the bees, ants, wasps, and sawflies. So next order is the Coleoptera. Coleo means sheath, ptera means wings. Sheath-like winged insects refers to the hardened forewings called elytra, which cover and protect the delicate hind wings and the abdomen like a sheath. Example for Coleoptera is the beetles and weevils. Order Diptera. Di mean two, ptera mean wing, two winged insects. Dipterans are the true flies that have only one pair of functional wings. In these insects, the hind wings are reduced to small knob-like structure are known as halters, which help in balancing and flight stability. Example, mosquitoes, houseflies, fruit flies, and seaweed flies. Next order is the Siphonoptera. Siphon means tube, Optera means wingless. Tube-like mouthpart possessing wingless insects. Though they have no wings, the name refers to their tube-like piercing and sucking mouthpart used for feeding on host blood. Example is the fleas. These are the important vector for the plague disease. This causes irritation, anemia, and flea allergy, dermatitis in pests and humans. Next order is the Mecoptera. Meco means long, ptera means wings. Long-winged insects. This name refers to the long, narrow-winged found in most members of this order. So, in this order, most of the member possess long wings. That's why the order name is Mecoptera. Mouth parts are at the end of the beak-like snout. That is chewing type of mouth parts are there. Male of some species possess genitalia that resemble a scorpion tail, but they do not sting with this tail. Economic importance. They have minor direct importance but ecological help in recycling dead organisms. Some species are indicator of undisturbed forest habitats. Next order is the Strepsiptera. Strepsi mean twisted, ptera mean wings, twisted winged insects. This insect exhibit extreme sexual dimorphism, mean male and female are differ in their morphology. Male are short-lived, winged with large eyes and twisted fan-like hindwings. Male have reduced forewings resembling halters in case of Diptera. In Diptera, the halters are the hindwings, but here, in case of a male Strepsiptera insect, the forewings are reduced. Female are the wingless, legless, and remain inside the host body. These are the very good parasites, that is endoparasites of the insect, especially bees, wasps, leafhopper, and bugs. Example, stylopids. Next order is the Trichoptera. Tricho mean hair, ptera mean wings. Hairy winged insects. Named because the wings are covered with fine hairs, unlike the scales seen in the butterflies and moths. Here they are covered with the fine hairs. Larvae are aquatic, found in stream, rivers, ponds, construct cases from surrounding material. Case building behavior is seen in these Trichopteran larvae. Adult usually found near water bodies. These are weak flyers, mostly nocturnal and attracted to the light. Economic and ecological importance. Indicator of water quality. Larvae are sensitive to pollution. If the larvae are there, then we can say the water is pollution free. Larval cases are used in jewelries. Important parts of the freshwater food chain also. Important part of the freshwater food chain. Help in nutrient recycling in aquatic system. Example, caddisflies. Last order is the Neuroptera. Neuro mean nerve, ptera mean wings. Nerve like pattern possessing wings. Named due to the net-like or nervous or veiny pattern on their wings. Wings have a dense network of veins looking like a nerve fibers. That's why the name Neuroptera. Example, green lace wings, ant lion, next brown lace wings, and next one is the mantis feed. It is look like miniature mantid but belong to the order Neuroptera. Newly added or recently recognized insect order based on modern phylogenetics and taxonomic revisions, especially with help of the molecular data, is the Mantophosmatodia. Example is the gladiators or heel walkers, formerly described in 2002, found in Namibia, South Africa. Unique feature is the wingless predators. They possess mixture of features of mantid and stick insects. Significance: a completely new order based on both morphological and molecular data. One of the most exciting entomological discoveries of the 21st century. Thank you so much. Dear students, I welcome you all. In this session, we are discussing metamorphosis in insects. Metamorphosis, it is a Greek word. Meta means change, morph means form. Change in the form is known as metamorphosis. That is, the change in the form of an insect that occurs during its development from egg to adult stage are collectively called as metamorphosis, or the post-embryonic changes in the form of an insect are known as metamorphosis. See here stages of metamorphosis. Eggs are hatched into the larvae. Larvae are molted into the pupae. Pupa are transformed or differentiated into the adult. This adult reproduces eggs and continues the same cycle. See here, post-embryonically, that is, after egg stage, see the form of immature stage. It is differing in its form with respect to their adult stage. That is, change in the form of an insect's immature stage with respect to their adult stage is known as metamorphosis. So there are different types in metamorphosis. That is, first type is A metamorphosis. A mean there is no change post embryonically when there is no change in the form of young ones with respect to their adult stage is known as a metamorphosis. The hatched insects resembles the adult in all aspects except their size, and they are referred as juveniles. The insect undergoes only three stages in their life cycle, that is egg stage, nymphal stage, and adult stage. Characteristics of characteristic group. A metamorphosis is the characteristics of all eight ergot insects, that is Thysanura, Procura, Columbola, and Diplura. See here example. A metamorphosis will take place in silverfish, firebrat, and in springtail, that is Columbola species. Next type of metamorphosis is hemimetamorphosis. Post-embryonically, when there is little change in the form of young ones with respect to their adult stage is known as hemimetamorphosis. It is also known as incomplete metamorphosis because here pupal stage is not there in the life cycle of hemimetabola insects. The hatched insect this is differ in form, habit and habitat of their adult and are known as needs. This insect undergoes only three stages in their life cycle, that is egg stage, a young one stage is the need, and the adult stage. And this kind of metamorphosis is seen in lower exopterygote insect order, that is in dragonfly, damselfly, and mayfly. See here, form. It needs no wings and no gills. That is, in needs, no wings are there but they possess gills. But in case of adults, wings are there but no gills. Habits. These needs are aquatic and predator, and these adults are terrestrial and free living. Need habitat is they live in water. Adult habitat is they live on land or near water bodies. This is all about hemimetamorphosis. Parametabola are gradual metamorphosis. Post-embryonically, when there is very little, post-embryonically, when there is very little change in the form of young one with respect to their adult stage, along with the gradual development of wings and reproductive organs, such type of development is known as parametabola or gradual metamorphosis. It's called gradual metamorphosis because the changes from nymph to adult occur slowly and steadily without a pupal stage. It is also termed as incomplete metamorphosis due to the absence of the pupal stage in the life cycle. The young ones, known as nymphs, are terrestrial and resemble adult in form, habit, and habitat. But in case of hemimetamorphosis, the needs are differ in form, habit, and habitat to that of their adult. Here they are resemble adult in their form, habit, and habitat, except they are small, wingless, and not sexually mature. The insect undergoes three stages in their life cycle, that is egg stage, nymphal stage, and adult stage. And this kind of development is observed in higher exopterygote insect order. For example, here cockroach, grasshopper, bugs undergoes gradual metamorphosis. See here complete and clear difference between hemimetamorphosis and gradual metamorphosis. Hemimetamorphosis involves dramatic differences between the needs and adults in terms of form, habits, and habitat. In gradual metamorphosis, or parametabola involves gradual changes between the nymph and adult in terms of form, habits, and habitat. Dramatic difference mean the changes between the nymph, that is need, and adults are significant and noticeable. Gradual changes mean the changes are not that much significant and not noticeable. So the changes between nymph and adult happen slowly and steadily over the time. See here hemimetamorphosis form. Needs lack fully developed wings and reproductive organs, but adults have them. Habits needs may be aquatic, feeding on smaller organisms, while adults are terrestrial and feeding on flying insects. Habitat needs live in aquatic habitats, that is in ponds and streams, but adults are terrestrial, that is flying insects. In case of Parametabola form, nymph resemble adult with only size difference and gradually developing wings and reproductive organs. Habits, nymphs and adults share similar habits, both being terrestrial with nymph feeding similarly to the adults. Habitat, nymph and adults live in the same habitat, both being terrestrial, unlike hemimetabola, where nymphs and adults live in different habitats. That is, in hemimetabola, that's nymph or needs are aquatic and adults are free living. Next type of metamorphosis is the complete metamorphosis or holometabola. Post-embryonically, when there is complete change in the form of young ones with respect to their adult stage, is known as holometabola or complete metamorphosis. It's called complete metamorphosis due to the presence of pupal stage in their life cycle during which transformation into the adults occurs. The hatched insects known as larvae are completely different from the adults in form, habits and habitat. This insect undergoes four distinct stages in their life cycle, that is egg stage, larval stage, pupal stage and adult stage. And this type of development is observed in Endopterygota insect orders. Example, butterfly, moths, flies and bees, etc. See here in subclass 1, that is Aethyrigota, four orders, that is PDPC, Thysanura, Diplura, Procura, Columbola, all this undergoes ametamorphosis. There is no change in the form of young ones with respect to their adult stage. But in case of subclass 2 Pterygota, which is again divided into Exopterygota and Endopterygota. Under Exopterygota, there are 16 orders are there. Among all the 16 order, hemimetamorphosis will take place. In Endopterygota orders, that is totally 9 order are there. In these 9 orders, holometamorphosis will take place. So type of metamorphosis in Lepidoptera. Lepidoptera is here. Therefore, in Lepidoptera, complete metamorphosis is there. Type of metamorphosis in Odonata, O is here. So in Odonata, hemimetamorphosis is there. Type of metamorphosis in Thysanura. In Thysanura, A metamorphosis is there. Other type of metamorphosis, epimorphic development and anamorphic development, that is anamorphosis or anamorphogenesis. Epimorphic development, it is a type of development in which the body segment number is fixed before hatching and does not change after hatching, that is post embryonically. That is, the number of body segments remain constant throughout their life. No additional segments are added after hatching. So this type of development will be seen in all insect order except Procura. Example, most insects, that is beetles, flies, butterflies. Anamorphic development, it is a type of development in which body segments are added or deleted after hatching, that is during post-embryonic development. Segmental number changes during molting stages. That is, abdominal segment increases after each molt, even after sexual maturity. This type of development is seen in primitive arthropods and a few insect groups such as in Procura, that is abdominal segment increases from 9 to 12, and this kind of development also seen in millipedes. Hypermetamorphosis. See here, this is the adult stage, next one is the egg stage, and these are the larvae of one kind, and these are the larvae of another kind. That is, first larval stage is active compodiform, that is elongated, flattened and fast moving larvae. But second larval stage is sluggish scarabeiform, that is curved, C-shaped and slow moving. When more than one larval stages are there in the life cycle of insect, such development is known as hypermetamorphosis. A type of development where insect has two or more distinctly different larval forms during their life cycle. That is, involves multiple larval stages, each differ in structure and activity level. That is, first larval stage is active, compodiform, that is elongated, flattened and fast moving. Second larval stage is the sluggish. Second larval stage is the sluggish, curved, C-shaped and slow moving. And this type of development is seen in certain beetles and parasitic insect. Example is the blister beetles and stylopids. Intermediate metamorphosis. It is a type of development that is intermediate between simple and complete metamorphosis. See here key features. The insect may exhibit feature of both hemimetabolous and holometabolous metamorphosis. That is, this insect development is not fully simple like hemimetabolous insect, since there is a pupal stage is present. At the same time, it is not fully complete like holometabolous insects because the transformation during the pupal stage is not very dramatic. Therefore, this is the intermediate between simple and complete metamorphosis. May include a short pupal stage like a holometabolous insect, but not as distinct or long-lasting as in case of holometabolous insects. Characteristics groups: insect with transitional metamorphosis patterns such as whiteflies, scale insects, and thrips undergoes intermediate metamorphosis. See here the life cycle of the whiteflies: egg stage, larval stage, and very short pupal stage and adult stage. Young one stage of all the insects generally termed as larvae, but it will differ in particular to insect or in case of insect order. See here, apterygote order insects. Young one in them are known as juveniles. In case of apterygote order insects, the young one stage we are calling as juveniles. In case of Odonata and Ephemeroptera, or in lower hemimetabola insect orders, the young one stage is the need stage. In case of bugs, grasshopper, and cockroaches, or in parametabola insects order, the young one stage is known as nymphal stage, that is the terrestrial in habitat. In Lepidoptera, the young one stage is known as caterpillars. In case of Diptera, the young one stage is the maggot. In case of Coleoptera, the young one stage is the grub. In case of honeybees, the young one stage is the grub. In case of sawfly, the young one stage is larvae or caterpillar. That's it in this session. Thank you all. See here few important objectives which are related with metamorphosis topic. First question is, which of the following is not a stage of complete metamorphosis? Egg stage, nymphal stage, pupal stage, or larval stage? So, in case of complete metamorphosis, which stage is not there? So, which of the following is not a stage of complete metamorphosis? In complete metamorphosis, egg stage is there, nymphal stage is not there, pupal stage is there, larval stage is there. Therefore, the correct answer is the B, that is nymphal stage. Nymphal stage is not a stage of complete metamorphosis. What is the correct order of stages in complete metamorphosis? Egg, nymph, adult, egg, larva, pupa, adult, egg, pupa, larva, adult, egg, nymph, pupa, adult. Here correct answer is the egg, larva, pupa, adult. So it is the correct order of the stage in complete metamorphosis. A grasshopper undergoes which type of metamorphosis? Complete metamorphosis, incomplete metamorphosis, no metamorphosis, or rapid metamorphosis? Here correct answer is incomplete metamorphosis. Why? Because there is no pupal stage in case of life cycle of the grasshopper. During which stage of complete metamorphosis does the insect usually rest and transform into an adult? In egg stage, larval stage, nymphal stage, or pupal stage? Here correct answer is the pupal stage. During pupal stage of the complete metamorphosis, the insect usually rests and transform into an adult. Which of the following insect undergoes complete metamorphosis? Grasshopper, butterflies, cockroach, and headlouse. So here correct answer is the butterflies. In butterfly life cycle, egg stage is there, larval stage is there, pupal stage is there, and adult stage is there. But in case of grasshopper, cockroach, and louse, only three stages are there. That is, egg stage is there, nymphal stage is there, and adult stage is there. Therefore, here correct answer is the butterfly. That's it from my side. Thank you all of you.